ஹலோ வணக்கம்
வணக்கம் வந்தனம். இது உங்கள் சோசுவா மைக்கேல்.
இது உங்கள் தனேஷ்.
நீங்க கேட்டுக்கொண்டு பார்த்து கொண்டு இருப்பது
What she is telling.
What she's telling? I want more in the right. I want more in the right.
இந்த பர்டிகுலர் பாட்காஸ்ட் எபிசோட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பெஷல்.
ரைட்.
எதுக்கு ஸ்பெஷல்னா நம்ம Q&A.
ஓ, நான் கூட இந்த வாட்டி டீ இருக்கு, எப்போதும் நம்மளுக்கு மினரல் வாட்டர் தான் இருக்கும், அதனால
தனியா குடிக்குது பேரு.
நீ தான்டா வேணும்னு சொன்ன
ஹெல்த் திங்ஸ்.
ஸோ அப்படியே ஒரு டீ குடிச்சிக்கிட்டு அட்லீஸ்ட் நான் கொஞ்சம் டீ குடிச்சிட்டு அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் கேஷுவலா
questions from the audience.
ஆமா. ஸோ நம்ம ஒரு 3-4 எபிசோட் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி செஞ்சுட்டோம். நம்ம கொஸ்டின் ஆடியன்ஸ் வேற நம்ம ஒரு பெரிய பருப்புன்னு நினைச்சிட்டு பருப்ஸ் நினைச்சிட்டு
எவ்வளவு நாள் தான் நம்மளே ஒரு டாபிக்கை திங்க் பண்ணி நம்மளே பேசிட்டு ஒரு இன்டராக்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கட்டுமே.
ஸோ என்னென்ன டிசைட் பண்ணோம்னா ஆடியன்ஸ் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்கட்டும், அது வந்து நம்ம ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ இட்ஸ் ஆப்வியஸ்லி அபவுட் தமிழ் சினிமா பாட்காஸ்ட். அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் ரிலாக்ஸா அப்படியே சில்லா
ரொம்ப மண்டே போட்டு உடைச்சு
பாயிண்ட்ஸ்லாம் நோட்ல. இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா என்னோட இந்த A4 பேப்பர்ல இந்த யூடியூப்ல பாத்துட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா என்னோட நோட்ஸ் பேப்பர் வந்து கோசமா இருக்கு.
என்னோட ஜாமா இருக்கு. நான் அது போன எபிசோடு எழுதுறது தப்பா நினைச்சுக்காதீங்க.
நோட்ஸ் எல்லாம் எதுவும் இல்லாம அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் கேஷுவலா அப்படி பேசலாம், அப்படியே கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாம். சாட்டிங்ஸ் ஆஃப் இந்தியா பண்ணலாம் தான். சரி, நீங்களே
முதல்ல நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம்னா நம்மளோட இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்,
ஆமா
அப்படிங்க பார் அப்படியே போட்டுருங்க.
இதான் எங்களோட இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் ஐடி.
நம்ம இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல வந்து கேட்டிருந்தோம்.
ஸ்பாட்டிஃபைல அந்த மாதிரி கேட்கறவங்களுக்கு வந்து நம்ம இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் ஐடி ஸ்கிரீன்ல போட தெரியாது. ஸோ நீங்க நம்ம ஸ்பெல் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருவோமா?
அந்த அந்த அப்படியே ஏ போட்டு சுத்தி ஒரு ஜலேபி போடுவாங்க.
ஆமா. அந்த
ஏ போட்டு அது ஜாஷ் மேட் ஜே JOSHMAD J.
நான் வந்து அந்த ஜிலேபி என்ற ஜிலேபியை போட்டுட்டு தனிஷ் 10 TANESH நம்பர் 10 2 H நம்பர் 10
ரைட்.
இப்படிதான் நம்ம பிளக் பண்ணிக்கணும். ஏன்னா நம்மளுக்கு ஃபாலோவர்ஸ் தேவை இல்லையா?
ஃபாலோ பண்ண மாட்டறாங்க.
சில பேருக்கு சாப்பாடு முக்கியம், எங்களுக்கு ஃபாலோவர்ஸ் முக்கியம்.
சோ நம்ம இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல வந்து கேட்டிருந்தோம்.
ஆமா,
ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு கேள்வி வச்சிருந்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பர்னிங் क्वेश्चन, எரியிற கேள்விகள். கரெக்ட் தான். அதுல எங்களுக்கு அனுப்புங்க. நாங்க முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் பார்த்து பேசலாம். கொஞ்சம் நல்ல क्वेश्चंसலாம் ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாமே. சரி, நீங்களே சார் நான் டைம் வேஸ்ட் பண்ணாம நீங்க ஒரு முதல் क्वेश्चन போட்டா. சோ இந்த முதல் क्वेश्चन is by Day Kavi. Are songs really important for a movie? படத்துக்கு பாடல்கள் தேவையா? Are songs very important? Are songs very important for Tamil movie? அப்படி வெச்சுக்கலாம். இதானே தமிழ் சினிமா பாட்காஸ்ட். Yes. Right. I think இது கொஞ்சம் தேவைப்படுறதா. Cuz at least my opinion would be, I think every film industry in the world அவங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு signature இருக்கும்.
ஆமா.
Like Hollywood has its own signature. If you go to like Iranian films, they have their own signature.
நீங்க Iranian படம்லாம் பாப்பீங்களா?
பாபுஜி அப்பப்போ
ரைட்.
இந்த மோஜித் மஹிடின்னு ஒரு Iranian
அது அந்த பிகில் படத்துல பிரியாணி செய்றவர் இல்ல, முஹிடின் பிரியாணியா?
அது வேற ஜி. நிறைய இருக்கு இரானியன். நம்ம கொரியன் படம் கூட பாப்பேன். இந்த மிஷ்கின்லாம் இந்த பாராசைட் அங்க தான் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன்.
இந்த ஆஸ்கர் நாமினேட்டட் ஆன பாராசைட்னு ஒரு படத்தை பார்த்துட்டு நாங்க கொரியன் படம்லாம் பாப்போம். என்ன சீன் அதெல்லாம்
பாத்துக்கோம் ஜி. கொரியன் சோ அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டைல்ஸ் ஆஃப் இந்தியா இருக்கும் இல்லையா? சோ இந்தியன் ஃபிலிம்ஸ் நம்மளோட ஒரு கல்ச்சர் இல்ல நம்மளோட ஸ்டைல் ஆஃப் பிரசன்டேஷன் வெரி மியூசிக்கல்.
அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தமிழ் ஃபிலிம்ஸ் எஸ்பெஷலி இந்தி ஃபிலிம்ஸ், எந்த இந்தியா பேஸ்ட் ஃபிலிம்ஸாக இருக்கட்டும், ஹாலிவுட்ல வந்து படம் ஒரு 1 hour 2 hour. தமிழ் படம் வந்து 2 hour 3 hour கூட தாண்டி போவோம்.
பட் டு பி ஃபேர் இப்போ கொஞ்சம் குறைச்சிட்டோம்.
பட் இருந்தாலும் ஒரு
2.5 hours தான்.
இருந்தாலும் ஒரு 2.5 hours வருது. இவ்வளவு நேரம் படம் ஓடும்போது பாட்டு இல்லைன்னா இடையில டாய்லெட் போறோம்னா
ஆப்போசிட் வியூ கூட கேட்டீங்கன்னா அந்த பாட்டு இருக்கிறதுனால தான் அவ்வளவு நேரம் படம் ஓடுது கூட சொல்லுவாங்க.
அப்படியே இருக்கு, அப்படியே யோசிக்கலாம். சோ இந்தியா ஆக்சுவலி இது இந்தியால இருந்து பாத்துக்கிற ஆடியன்ஸ் இன்டர்வல்ல போடா அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆக்சுவலி நாங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா எங்க மாதிரி மலேசியால வந்து படம் தமிழ் படம் எல்லாம் போகும்போது
போட்டாலே பேருவாடுங்க
இடத்துல எங்களுக்கு இடையில இன்டர்மிஷன் இல்ல.
But to give a bit more of a serious answer, it is important because with songs you can tell a lot.
That's the thing. So that's what அந்த ஒரு மாதிரி காமெடி பண்ண அந்த பாயிண்ட்க்கு வர நினைச்சேன். Songs வந்து நம்ம சிக்னேச்சர் மட்டும் இல்ல, it's a way of storytelling as well. So
and I think a lot of good directors have used song as a positive tool. If someone like GVM, I always admire the way GVM uses songs because he will always push the story further. Someone like even recently which film I forgot, even like movies like Pariyanum Perumal, they wanted to talk about caste, they wanted to talk about that entire theme of the subject. But அதுல ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்கும், என் கருப்பி ஒரு நாய் வச்சு they would have played the entire song. That song was very important for the film.
Right.
So if you do it well, it will very much help you to tell the story.
Right.
But again, but the problem என்னன்னா வர 10 படத்துல 7 படம் சும்மா
பாட்டு இருக்கணும்னு போடுறது.
But and sorry to just interrupt you, but also from a business point of view, songs are very important for
because you can sell albums.
You sell albums, you can, that's a promotional tool. So
yeah. The thing is with songs, when it comes to purely வந்து filmmaking வரும்போது, there's two reasons why songs could be important for a movie. ஒன்னு வந்து to show a progression of time. இப்ப ஒருத்தவங்க வந்து கல்யாணம் நடந்துட்டு 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சு நடக்கிற கதையை பத்தி தான் படம்னா, இந்த கல்யாணம் நடந்த கட்டத்துல இருந்து 10 வருஷம் இருக்கும் என்ன நடந்துச்சுன்றது டப்புனு ஸ்கிப் பண்ணா நம்மளுக்கு அது ஃபீலா இருக்காது. 10 வருஷம் ஆச்சுன்ற ஃபீல் வராது. பட் அது ஒரு பாட்டுல ஒரு மொண்டாச்சா காமிச்சா then you get the feel of it. Like for example what GVM does in montage, அதுதான் montage song சொல்லுவாங்க. On another end, time progression put one side, you also sometimes want to show ரெண்டு கேரக்டருக்குள்ள ஒரு ஏதாவது ஒரு the relationship between characters or ஒரு emotion you want to show. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு பையன் பொண்ணை மீட் பண்றான், ஓகே, அந்த பையனும் பொண்ணும் வந்து ஃபியூச்சர் ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ல இருக்கும் போது என்ன நடக்குதுன்னா கதைன்னு வச்சுக்கோமே. பட் we have to show the fact that இவங்க எப்படி வந்து ஒரு just strangersல இருந்து ஒரு இது you have to feel like these are couples.
See, for example, if the objective is to show in the girl and this boy, from friends they became lovers. So that's the objective now. Imagine this in a context of a scene and not a song. Okay, அதே கான்டெக்ஸ்ட் நீ எத்தனை சீன்ல காட்டுவே? ஒரு 6 சீன் விடாம இந்த சீன் வந்து இவங்க 2 பேர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் காலேஜ்ல மீட் பண்றாங்க. அடுத்த சீன்ல they 2 பேரும் க்ளோஸ் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கேண்டீன் மீட் பண்றாங்க. அடுத்த சீன்ல கொஞ்சம் க்ளோஸர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். இது சீன்ஸா பார்த்தா it will be very repetitive, it will become very boring very fast.
ஆமா,
as a concept. But இதே ஒரு சாங் மூலமா if you kind of develop, நீ அதை காட்டுன மாதிரி ஆச்சு. And of course you have this very good song that kind of just leads that or kind of develops that.
Yeah, that sort of helps with the emotion that you're trying to push as well. So that's two things. One, for filmmaking point of view, to show progression of time, and to also show like emotions that you can show in a short span of time.
நம்ம progression சொல்லும்போது இந்த பாட்காஸ்டோட progression நம்ம யோசிக்கணும். ஒரே கேள்வி வரும். 8 நிமிஷமா பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்க. 2 hour பாட்காஸ்ட் இருக்கு.
சரி, நீங்க அடுத்த
கேள்வி யாருன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா Mahesh_Rajasegaran. So Mahesh_Rajasegaran asked, what are the elements that make a scene or a sequence or even a shot so iconic? It's a very very smart of the beautiful of the
என்ன ஒரு brains பாய்ச்சி கேட்டிருக்காரு.
So கொஞ்சம் சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா, what makes a scene memorable?
Right. I think நீங்க கேள்வி கேட்டனால நான் பதில் சொல்ல attempt பண்ணிட்டா?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. What I think would make any scene ஒரு செம்மையான சீன் பானா அந்த சீன் மட்டும் இல்ல. Right? What comes before the scene? And what sort of leads into that scene தான் வந்து makes a scene amazing. So நம்ம இதுக்கு முன்னாடி பாட்காஸ்ட் கூட பேசியிருக்கோம். certain time வந்து சீன்ஸ் வந்து பார்க்கும்போது இந்த சீனா பார்த்தா சீன் நல்லா இருக்கு, but it doesn't work for me ன்னு சொல்றோம். Why it doesn't work for me na, like you said, the way you shot it or the way the actors perform is good, but because what you did previously, it doesn't really have anything to do with the scene nala meh nairo. That's one my take on it.
And I think just to add on to that, a scene is iconic when it has got what I will usually show depth. So what is the depth? So the depth defined பண்ணோம்னா a character. So obviously a scene, what is a scene? Let's define a scene. A scene is a situation is happening and there's few characters are reacting to the situation, and there's a end objective to the scene.
Usually set in one location. Or a scene roughly.
Oh, it can be multiple, but it's a sequence. So other sequence. So whatever it is, for example, if the scene is a father comes into the room and finds his daughter in the room talking to a boyfriend.
Right.
Okay, நான் talking தான் சொன்னேன், வேற ஒன்றும் சொல்ல. So talking to a boyfriend, right? What is that scene? The scene is this 3 people interacting in that scene. That's scene. But what makes it memorable is how the father, who is the father? So what is the depth behind the father? Do you know enough about the father? The father, all this while throughout the movie, if he's shown as someone who's very chill, and the scene and the father cannot be angry.
Yeah.
So what is the depth of that father? Do you know enough about the daughter? What is the relationship? So what I'm saying is there should be enough information to an audience of a depth of that scene.
Correct. when he also mentioned what makes a shot memorable. So அதே சீனை வச்சுக்கோ. அப்பா கதவு திறக்கறாரு, inside there there's his daughter is talking to her boyfriend.
She basically what I was trying to say earlier is father finds out that the daughter has a boyfriend.
So that's the basic scene. அந்த சீன்ல so how a shot plays a role whether it's impactful or not. இவனா நம்ம யாரோட கதையை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அந்த ஷாட் வந்து அந்த சீன்ல அந்த ஷாட் வந்து கதவு திறந்து அவங்க அப்பா பாக்குறது ரூம் உள்ளுக்கு இருந்து where the daughter is உள்ளுக்கு இருந்து இருக்கிறத இருந்து கதவு திறக்குது, அவங்க அப்பா கதவு கிட்ட நிக்கிறாருன்னு பார்த்தா that shot is on the point of view of the daughter அப்படின்ற இருக்கும். அப்ப அங்க இருந்து என்ன நமக்கு இமோஷன் வரும்னா ஐயோ அப்பா கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டாரு அப்படின்ற ஒரு இமோஷன் carry forward.
The pre-lead or the lead scene before that would have to kind of talk to you about the daughter's emotions
point of view,
about the fear.
ஆமா. இதே இந்த சீன் வந்து follows the father. அந்த father வந்து வீட்ல நடந்து போய் கதவு திறக்குது, கதவு திறக்கும் போது ரிவீல் ஆகுது அங்க அந்த டாட்டரும் பாய் ஃப்ரெண்ட் இருக்குதுன்னா now you are on the father side of view. அப்ப maybe you are looking at this scene from a parenting point of view அப்படின்ற ஒரு இதுல இருக்கலாம்.
Which reminds me of Malaysian films. I don't want to say names, but I think it was last year we watched a film. The film was talking about this one particular character, but there was 3 different stories around the film. நான் எங்க போறேன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்.
என்ன படம் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருச்சு.
வெச்சுக்கு உள்ளே வெச்சுக்கங்க. சரிங்களா?
Okay.
So because there was 3 different stories around that character, anytime any scene was happening,
you don't know which story you're following.
நான் எந்த point of view ல இந்த scene பாக்குறது, what is the justification, what is the depth, you lose the sense of where is this coming from.
Correct.
So that makes it not memorable.
Yeah. So
sense,
what,
right?
for example, go back to that scene of the father opening the door and finding out the daughter as a boyfriend. How does it that shot or that scene is memorable? இவ்வளவு நேரம் படத்துல என்ன காட்டியிருக்கோம், இவ்வளவு நேரம் அவங்க அப்பாவை ஃபாலோ பண்ணியிருந்தனா அவங்க அப்பா ஆங்கிள் இருந்து வந்தா that scene is memorable. இவ்வளவு நேரம் அவங்க அப்பாவை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு திடீர்னு அவங்க டாட்டர் ஆங்கிள் இருந்து வந்தா that scene doesn't become memorable even though it's the same scene. So that's what is like.
And it's a thin line, but again I think going back to that question, what is memorable is when you as an audience you have enough emotional
stake in it
because you know something and you know what could happen. You're already thinking of what is the possible next scene to this, which means you're invested.
Correct.
Because you know what you want to do with, you know.
And for me I always believe it comes down to the emotion you're setting up as you go in every scene. Does the following scene, ipo in the particular scene pakrama, does that complement and adds on to the emotions you've been feeling so far, or if it goes completely different direction that becomes a meh scene, doesn't become a memorable scene. Sir, அடுத்த கேள்விக்கு போவோமா?
Next,
Lavanya asks, tala or talabadi?
Next.
Okay.
ஐயோ அடுத்த கேள்வி வரணும். 4 எபிசோட் போயிருக்கோம். அதுக்குள்ள முடிக்கிறீங்க. ஒரு 10 எபிசோட் பண்ணிட்டோம்.
அப்புறம் போட்டு தள்ளுங்க. சரி, ஓகே. அப்படியே ஃபாலோ அப்ல வந்தா அருண் காசி asks, fan wars of actors and why can't Tamil cinema have multi-stars with big actors? அதே மாதிரி கேள்வியை கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரி வேற மாதிரி கேட்ட மாதிரி, அதனால இதை ஆன்சர் பண்ணுவோம்.
Let me tell you a very honest, brutal, raw answer.
Right.
Without this fan rivalry or without this fan wars, there's no Tamil cinema. Let's be very honest. Very simple answer. Hindi cinema has its own fan rivalry. Of course, any Hollywood, of course, has its own rivals. But the truth is, Tamil cinema does not churn out enough good content.
Right.
Which means the only reason for me to go watch a film is because I'm a fan of an actor.
Right.
And I don't want the other actor's film, which came out 2 months ago, to earn more than this actor. So I'm going to watch the film. Story has got nothing to do with this at this point with our big stars. Let's be very honest.
When it comes to the big stars, that's the case. Not to say not to say there's no good movies out there, but when it comes to big stars, it's very minimal,
very rare these days.
ஒரு big star வந்து ஒரு 5 படம் செஞ்சா in the last 4 to 5 years, அதுல வந்து 3 படம் அதுல நல்ல ஒரு மூவியா இருக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து the chances are very low. I'm not saying no, chances are very low. So that's when this fan war sort of says.
And honestly, again with all due respect to all the producers, directors and even stars, they know this. They know then there needs to be a fan war. அவங்க சொல்லலாம் வெளியில வந்து இல்ல பண்ணாதீங்க, உங்க விசுவாசம் அத நான் சொன்னா அங்க போயிடுவாங்க, வேணாம், லைக் உங்க லைக் டோன்ட் ஃபைட் among yourselves, they can say, but see they're not doing anything about it.
If they want to really do, ஈஸியா வந்து ரெண்டு ஒரு fan wars நடக்கிற இந்த ஆக்டர்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு படம் செஞ்சு செய்யலாம்.
Let's be very honest, and I think this is I hope our audience are people who are matured enough to accept what I'm about to say. But I'm going to do something very controversial now. I'm going to talk about Vijay and Ajith, right?
ஜி வேணா ஜி
விடுங்க
ஜி
என்ன விடுங்க ஜி நான் மனசுல கொட்டணும் ஜி நீங்க
5 எபிசோட நம்ம இழுத்து மூடிர போறாங்க ஜி
எனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கு நம்ம ஆடியன்ஸ் எனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கு
நல்லா மெச்சூர்ட் ஆனவங்கன்னு
இல்ல நம்மள தேடி வர மாட்டாங்கன்னு அதெல்லாம் நீங்க ஒண்ணு சீச்சி
ஓகே
let's talk real. Okay, let's talk facts. If Ajith and Vijay wanted to make a film together, they would have made a film by now. Let's be very honest.
If Ajith and Vijay and some others as well, if they really wanted to end the fan wars, very simple, do one movie together.
Ajith can easily, Ajith has gone and நேர்கொண்ட பார்வை and said, உங்க விசுவாசத்தை காட்டுறதுக்கு எதுக்கு மத்தவங்களை கொச்சப்படுத்துறீங்க? He said that. Vijay on his behalf, if you remember Big Hill's audio launch, he said, எதுக்கு சண்டை போடுறீங்க? But இந்த மாதிரி பேசுறதுக்கு you could easily went into a movie and said, hey Ajith, hey Vijay, let's make a film together.
The thing is the only reason they don't do that, as we said, is because they know this, and not just them, the producers and actors, everyone in the industry know this, and they know that this makes us money.
The myth of them being rivals needs to stay the same way. No offense, I'm not saying that Vijay and Ajith are kind of making the fans fight. It's got nothing to do with it. They know the fact that if they break this myth of நாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், நாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் படத்துல நடிப்போம், then there's no more reasons for fans to fight, which means your reasons for you to kind of like compete in that sense, இல்ல ட்விட்டர்ல ஹேஷ்டேக் ட்ரெண்ட் பண்றது, இல்ல மூவி போஸ்டர் எத்தனை மணி how many views in an hour for a trailer, all this fan wars won't happen.
Yeah,
right?
Not to say their movies won't sell, it won't sell
as much,
as great as it does now. So I don't know if you notice now Rajini and Kamal comes like நாங்க friends and Rajini says அவர்னால செய்ய முடியாது, என்னால முடியாது, என்னால எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சதுதான்.
Because you know all that happens now, they've gone past that stage.
They've gone past the stage where they were
Rajini and Kamal were the biggest of rivals.
Yeah,
Shivaji and MGR was equally as bad.
Correct.
If this cam did 30 feet of banner, that cam will do 40 feet of banner. It was the same thing.
Yeah,
it's just that
now they sort of toned down.
They have toned down, but in terms of the Vijay effort Ajith. The fans are doing, அப்போ வந்து யூடியூப்ல, அப்போ வந்து ட்விட்டர்ல, for you to do this fan wars, but now you can in this, and again, no, with all due respect, Vijay and Ajith know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. And the thing is, let's not take this the wrong way. That's another mature audience nu solrom.
No, we are let's not take this the wrong way. Also means single no solradinga.
No, we are not saying they are bad for doing this. For example, let's say Joshua தலைவன் ஜோஷுவான்னு ஒரு மன்றமே ஆரம்பிச்சு, நீ இப்படி ஜோஷுவா படம் நடிச்சு நம்ம தலை தனேஷ் அப்படின்ட்டு ஒன்று வந்தாலும் நாங்களா இருந்தாலும் அப்படிதான் பண்ணுவோம். Because if you think about it, it's all money. It makes you money. வாழ்க்கையில இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கு for you to make money.
Cinema as a myth, cinema as a form of a business needs to sustain, which means people who, it's like football, right? Like again, same logic. Why is there fan wars on football? Basically people can say பந்திரட்டு தானே, எல்லாரும் ஒரே தானே விளையாட போறாங்க, உட்காந்து ரெண்டு பேரும் என்ஜாய் பண்ணுவோம், இவங்க உங்களுக்கு போட்டா நல்லது, அவங்க போட்டா நல்லது, இருக்க முடியாது. That rival needs to happen for business to sell.
Yeah,
and cinema kind of plays.
We're not saying Vijay and Ajith are not really friends, they actually hate it. No, they are friends, and they know that our rivalry is what makes sells for both of them might be laughing to the bank. Like
hey, they could probably be WhatsApping every night. Hey, aada macha. You would never know.
For them enna நமக்குள்ள அப்படி போட்டி கொஞ்சம் கூடயா இருக்கு, நல்லது இப்படினால தான் நம்ம ரெண்டு பேரும் படமும் ஓடும். And which is fine, which is
and it's not a coincidence that when Ajith does a female empowerment movie, Vijay will do the same. And Vijay, when he does like a I'm assuming when he does something like a rural subject, Ajith will kind of follow suit, and it's the same.
It's not because அவன் செஞ்சிட்டான் நானும் செய்யணும் அப்படி இல்ல.
அவரு
no, in between them சொல்லிக்கிறேன். விஜய் அஜித்குள்ள அவன் சொல்லிக்கோனா. I think people will like that. So it's not like Vijay thinks Ajith has done this movie like that, I also want to do it. It's not that. It's more like Ajith has done a movie like this, now my fans would be
expecting
wanting something like that.
What's my reply
because
to
they
this?
want something to go against this. So this is the best time for me to make a movie that is almost similarly about this particular
because
topic.
Then the fans would then say, let me make this a bigger hit. நீ நேர்கொண்ட பார்வை was a film of women empowerment, அது எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சு, நாங்க பண்ணி காட்டுறோம்டா, நாங்க பிகில் இதோட பெருசா காட்டுறோம்.
So basically it's just making use of the opportunity that is there.
At the end, net it is still business for the respective
both of them
productions.
It's business for the both of them. Okay ji, next question.
Next rest next question வந்து
சீக்கிரம் கேளுங்க சார்.
Next question is from Jonathan.Ganesh.
Jonathan Ganesh
என்ன கேட்டிருக்காருன்னா நம்ம சூர்யா பத்தி. What will happen if Surya film flops again? என்ன ஆரம்பமே கொஞ்சம்
Surya film flop again.
What will happen if Surya film flops again? How long will he be in the industry?
Right. That's the sad part of the fact that he says flops again.
Yeah.
That means his movies have been flopping.
For
and
a
that
while
is the
now.
case.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Romba.
Let's define what is a flop.
Right.
Okay, to be fair, and I think people use that term very liberally.
Mm.
So let's look at the last 3 films of Surya. So the latest Kapan.
Before that is
NGK, and before that was
CPPP.
the very fact that we can't remember is tells you the fact that Surya has not been able to come up with something memorable for a while now, right?
Yeah.
So I don't personally think that Surya will not be in the industry or whatever, because I think it's too big of an actor, too much of an experience, too much of a fan base for him to kind of go out of the industry.
And he's a great actor.
Correct. But I also feel with as much as that question is a bit too harsh,
Yeah.
but I also feel it gives you something to think about in terms of Surya's selection of films.
Recently, anyway.
And especially recently, because let's be very objective and look at it from a bigger picture. At one point, and again before we were talking about it, Surya was at one point was very close to becoming the next.
It's like it was now it's your Vijay Ajith.
Correct.
But it was technically
at one point.
It was
at one point, Surya was like the next Kamal Hassan in terms of the film that he was doing. I remember this was during that Gajini, Varanam Ayram time, where he was that one actor that was consistently doing something new.
Correct.
And again, I don't know whether in terms of business, the Singham franchise did a lot of things for him.
Correct.
It made him into a mass actor. It made him that and this. But I think it killed the actor at him.
Correct.
At that point. And I think since then, he's not been able to recover.
Yeah.
He's kind of like still finding his kind of like a feet.
To give him credit, Surya he's out there choosing different sort of movies, different styles of movies.
So?
Yeah, he is doing that. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
The whole point of him having flops recently is because of that as well. So நம்ம எப்போ சொல்லுவோம், for example, நம்ம sometimes complain பண்ணுவோம், Vijay Ajith does similar movies னு.
Yeah.
On the other end of the spectrum, someone like Surya who tries to do different stuff, at least unfortunately for him, the last couple of years, it's not working for him.
How can you say he's tried doing different stuff? Because he has had 3 Singhams.
But if you notice that Singhams, there's 3 Singham in between, there's been all these other movies as well.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that எனக்கு என்ன தோணுதுனா with Singham வந்து என்னன்னா it's more like okay எனக்கு மத்த படம் சரியா வரும்னா let me go back and do that same mass commercial thing that I know works. அப்படின மாதிரி he went back and did Singham 2 மாதிரி தோணுது. Then he tries to do his other movies சரியா வரலையா ஐயோ சரியா வரலையா let me go back and do my third Singham movie.
So
that's what I feel with
So I'm looking at the list of the last films. Obviously we forgot the last film that he has done. Obviously Kapan was a huge flop for me. It didn't work out for me at all.
Yeah.
Which was weird for me because I think Kapan was Surya's way to kind of like saying I want a hit film. Like it's been a while.
Yeah.
So let me go back to this director who gave me one of my biggest hits, which was Iron with KV Anand. But Kapan was a huge failure.
Right.
NGK is a film that we need to talk about.
We will do a podcast about that.
It was a really good film, I felt. But it lacked a few things which
I could tell that it's a very good film. At least that was the intention, but I felt very disappointed when I watched it.
Correct.
So,
but there was a reason for it. I think we'll cover it in our podcast, hopefully in the next coming episodes. Before that, I did Tanas and the Kutam.
Okay. The thing is, I actually like Tanas and the Kutam. I know it didn't really do as well
because
as
I've watched special 26.
23 le?
Special 26 le? Yedo special.
The Hindi version
because
of it.
I watched it was a scene for scene remake.
Right.
I didn't feel. Before that was 24. The movie 24, which I thought was a decent film again.
24 is something I love.
Which again, it didn't really work out for me. But again, before that, he did Mass. Mass with Venkat Prabhu, which was a huge flop. And then Anjan. So I feel like Anjan sort of just killed is that sort of a dream at that point for him.
Yeah.
So going back to the question, would he be in the industry? Of course.
Of course he will.
But it very much depends on his projects moving forward.
Correct.
And what's good is what's coming up the next couple of films.
Surarai Potru.
He's doing Surarai Potru with Sudha Kongara who did that movie with Irudhi Sutru.
Right.
And the biggest news that I'm not sure if you know this is next film is with Vetrimaran.
Yeah.
So for me, that's easily the film that would literally change everything for him if that works out well.
If that works out well, that's the thing.
But my worry is knowing Surya and knowing Vetrimaran, if they kind of go down this very raw kind of path, I don't know. I'm still very much
Right.
I'm on the fence on this.
Surya
But
was like, so I think to sort of summarize, Surya was like up there in the same parallel as Ajith and Vijay.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, I think not to say he had the right intentions in mind, but things just didn't work out.
Yeah.
He's sort of gone sort of downhill since I think since 2010-ish.
Yeah.
At least the last decade, that's when that gap between Ajith Vijay and Surya has widened a lot.
To give him some credit or to try to see it in a positive tone, I think he wanted to probably differentiate himself.
True, and that's what I like
with
about
Vijay
him.
and Ajith. He probably thought, okay, I can't go down this.
Yeah.
And in the introduction song. And
I don't think he is a fan of that as well, personally. I think he...
I mean, Singam Padam Paathu ni kekkrana.
No, that's it. Singam Padam, again, I feel like it's one of those, okay, I have to do something like that if I want to sort of sustain sort of thing.
Then he realized that because Ajith and Vijay is doing it already. And everybody else is doing it. எல்லாரும் பண்றாங்க அத.
The thing is, I know Singam worked, and I think the reason he went back to do Singam 2 and Singam 3, as much as I hated both, especially Singam 3, but I hated those two movies, I think that was him trying to like...
African monkey சொல்லுவாங்க.
I think Singam was him trying, Singam 2 and 3 especially, was him trying to hold on to something to stay afloat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think if his other movies has worked out as well as he would liked, I don't think he would have went back and gone back and done Singam 2 and 3.
Even Varam Mayuram wasn't a commercial hit.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like from money wise, it wasn't a hit. So
it's a wonderful movie now.
Yeah, now இப்ப சொல்லுங்கடா எல்லாரும்.
நான் அப்பவே சொன்னேன் எவனும் கேட்கல. Next question போமா ரொம்ப நேரம்
போஞ்சி. ஒரே question எத்தனை வாட்டி?
10 நிமிஷமா இதே தான் பேசிட்டு இருக்குமா?
Yes.
Right. Okay, Harishini asks. Things that you expect from Malaysian sign industry. Cine industry, sign industry.
Malaysian படத்துக்கு.
Right. அதாவது
first halfல தளபதி fans போட்டு தள்ளனா இப்போ
second halfல
Malaysian cinema போட்டு தள்ளிடுவாங்க. Okay.
So we have a lot of things, expectations, opinions and all that about Malaysian Tamil cinema. Actually, to be honest, I think that was one of the reasons why we started this podcast.
Yeah. But டப்பு கரெக்டா சொல்லி டப்புன்னு முடிச்சேன்னா I think, so what was the question? What is Mark's expectations?
What do I expect from Malaysian sign industry?
Story. அதான் ஆன்சர், அதான் question.
Yeah, good stories and screenplays.
I think we need to start good story கூட வேணும். ஒரு ஸ்டோரி கூட
ஒரு டீசன்ட்டா
அது எழுதி ஒரு பவுண்ட் ஸ்கிரிப்டா அப்படி பார்க்கிறதுக்கு நல்லா.
Yeah.
I think we have to start again.
Don't get the idea. We're just trying to be a bit funny here. நாங்க வந்து not trolling Malaysian Tamil cinema இல்ல. That's the reason
they're doing them themselves.
Yeah. That's the reason நாங்க வந்து அத பத்தி ஒன்னும் பேசல. ஏனா அது வந்து because people, at least Malaysian cinema industry people are a bit hypersensitive. So ஒரு விஷயம் casually discuss பண்ணனும்னாலே
eventually start talking
நிறைய
about
பேருக்கு வந்து
Malaysian films.
இதாயிரும். We don't want to give out the wrong ideas. அதனால அது கொஞ்சம் முதுவா செய்வோம் அப்படினு
இந்த பாட்காஸ்ட் கொஞ்சம் நாளா பண்ணலாம்னு ஒரு ஆசை.
கொஞ்ச நாளா போயிட்டு அப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் ஒரு ஃபுட்ஹோல்ட்லாம் நல்லா புடிச்சிட்டோம்.
But to give an answer regardless, because it's a good question, our expectation is just I think better execution writing in terms of writing and screenplay, and we are very much behind what would be an average story. So
I think technically in the last couple of years we've improved a lot, and that's good. But nothing when it comes to movies.
You can use the most expensive camera, but if your story is still you can use the most expensive camera, but if your story still needs a lot of work, then the camera is there's no point to the camera.
So good writing is basically what we expect. Adutha kelvi
next appada we have moved past that without any issues.
Kandata tappiyachi.
Perdeep 16 asked a good question.
Right.
Which actor do you think has declined the most in about the past 5 years?
I think as we were talking earlier, Surya to a certain extent.
And I think Vikram also. I would say Vikram more than Surya.
As an actor, declining as an actor.
Because for me, Surya, again, as we said, he still made some interesting creative choices. Which I felt, okay.
Whether it works or not is your 50-50. You leave it up to the audience sort of thing, right? But
as an actor, I think Vikram, I'm just doing a very quick
Google search.
Google Wikipedia search in terms of its films, right? And
the last couple of movies.
The last couple of films, and it just didn't work out.
Like, you have your Kadaram Kondan, which was
gosh, okay.
Right? And then you have even, I think his biggest in the last couple of years was his I. And even I, as much as it was spectacular, because it's your Shankar movie.
Yeah.
And as much as he did all those things, you know, different roles and all that, when it came down to it, it wasn't that much of a great movie.
Yeah.
Right? Or padonu partha adu vandu that it wasn't. You will put aside, okay, he's done all these things in terms of losing weight, putting on weight, his looks and makeup and all that. Put that aside, that movie is like
this is a pattern I've seen with Vikram films. when the film is announced, it always looks like this is the, and I think that has got a lot to do with himself, meaning he puts in a lot of effort. I feel like there's no lost love in terms of the effort he puts in, because you saw everything that he did for I. The kind of, I think that's the kind of physical effort he took to be that character in High was brilliant.
It's unparalleled. Yeah.
So, but I feel, and again, I honestly, let me just go very quickly. Let me just go through the films that he has done in the last few years. Kadaram Kondan. I thought he was one of the best looks for an actor in the longest of time.
True.
He looked like an Hollywood film actor. He looked good, but the films just didn't work out. Before that, he did Sami Square, which again was very similar
I didn't
to
bother watching.
Which very similar to what Surya was trying to do. He was trying to stay afloat. And the Achu, give me a hit. I want to. But the film was just பூதம் இல்லையா, அது ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு பூதம் அந்த படம். Sketch was before that. I have not watched the film, but I know some people liked it, but in general it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Irumugan, which is a film which I thought was gonna blow up, right? Because that way he looked in the film with that beard and that whole love, that villain.
Yeah.
I thought was such a brilliant idea.
But even that went very, very, how to say, very meh.
Yeah.
I think for the lack of a better word is meh.
Yeah, right? Like you know, again, I feel this thing, the hype is huge, but it just didn't work out. And obviously before that, I did Pathendrathukulla. So
yeah, I think there's no question about how good of an actor Vikram is.
Yeah.
As much is the same case with Surya as well.
Yeah.
But for some reason, somewhere along the way, whether it's their fault or it's the choices of scripts that they get or the choices that they make, it just haven't been working out.
But similar to Surya, I think there's a lot to look forward to with Vikram. Actually, more than Surya in this sense, because I think the lineup that he has.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to get overhyped. I don't want to feel
Jinx pannadada.
Jinx that should. But it's still the list I see here looks like it's gonna blow, right?
Please read out the list.
So the next film he has in the list is with the director of Imaika Nodigal, Ajay Nyanamuthu.
Yeah.
Who also did Demonte Colony, if you remember that film. The movie is called Cobra.
Okay.
So if you remember the title of the film, the logo of the film was released recently. It looked good. Logo looked good. That's all we know.
அதுதான் நம்ம going back to the same narrative. பாக்க நல்லா இருக்கு.
நல்லாதான் இருக்கு. நல்லா படம் பாத்துற வேண்டியதானே. And but I trust Ajay Nyanamuthu because I like both Imaika Nodigal and also Demonte Colony. So I like to think the movie is a decent film. Of course, we've got Dhruva Natchatram from GVM.
ஆமா அந்த படம்
hopefully that movie comes before, you know, you get married.
Yeah. I mean before I have my firstborn.
Yeah. நம்ம childhood film எப்படி ENPT வந்துச்சோ அதே மாதிரி
கடைசில வந்துச்சா அந்த மாதிரி.
But the biggest film ever in the next 2 years at least that will come out is Ponniyin Selvan. By the one and only Mani Ratnam. Hopefully that film brings back, because honestly Ravanan did nothing for him as an actor. He was good, but we know that already. As a success, the film did nothing for him. So yeah, that hopefully is Vikram's career would take off again.
Hopefully
in the next few years.
Right. Next question by Yuvin Varmakash. Why do you think heroines have less or no screen space in Tamil cinema, like Kirti Suresh in Sarkar?
Kirti Suresh was in Sarkar?
அதேதான் நானும் அந்த क्वेश्चन படிக்கும்போது Kirti Suresh
ஆமால அந்த OMG பொண்ணு அவங்க அந்த பொண்ணு
எக்ஸாக்ட்லி நான் தான் யோசிச்சேன். அவங்க
இருந்தாங்க எப்படி அந்த நயன்தாரா லில்லி
நீ பார்த்த நயன்தாரா நீ பார்த்த கீர்த்தி சுரேஷ் நீ பார்த்த
இருந்தாங்கடா. அவங்க அந்த voting boothல வந்து என்ன படம்னு தெரியாது நான் உட்கார்ந்திருப்பாங்க.
I think someone else asked requested for an episode about movie heroines. Can warrant an entire episode itself, but ஒரு குயிக்கா ஷார்ட்டா, why do you think they have less or no screen space?
People are not watching. Simple as that. I'll again, a lot of explicit and honest answers here in this episode. But yes, there's female-oriented stories. Why are you watching them?
Yeah.
We can still say, oh, Kolamau Kokila naladana poche. What female-oriented story? Even Kriti Suresh did a film, the Savitri Mahanadi. Yeah, it did well, but it's not enough. ஒரு நயன்தாராக்கா ஒரு படம் இல்ல your random movies and
No, but I guess here when it comes down to it, I think they're asking in your, like for example in Sarka, so meaning not to say a whole movie that is female centric, but ஒரு நார்மல் படம், இப்போ பிகிலா இருக்கட்டும், ஒரு சர்க்காரா இருக்கட்டும், ஒரு தர்பாரா இருக்கட்டும், அந்த மாதிரி படத்திலேயே where you know people are going to watch, in that kind of movies itself, why do they not have?
Because it's still a hero led industry.
That's what I believe as well. Unfortunately, it's still a very much male hero centric industry.
For a Nayanthara or a Kirti Suresh to an extent, no one wakes up every morning thinking, today I want to go watch a Nayanthara movie. People will be like, today I want to go watch a Vijay movie or a Ajith movie or a Tanesh movie. And again, but it's a chicken and egg story. That's also because we have not made stars of this female actress. We have not written enough stories for female. But it also goes down to the fact that we have no female directors.
Correct.
Let's be very honest. If you're a guy, you are a guy.
Question பண்ற.
But if you have to write a story, you always write from a male perspective.
Your default is always from a male perspective.
Because you're a male, right? And when you write stories, your protagonist will always be a man.
Unless you make a conscious effort, I want to write about a female. But
it's very difficult.
And it's not going to come naturally for most male directors or writers.
We cannot be very judgmental about men are very chauvinist or whatever, because film making itself, unfortunately at this point, is a very male driven industry.
Yeah.
How many women do you know that is growing up right now aspiring to be a filmmaker? Not many. How many women that we know that we are encouraging to be writers?
Yeah.
Not many. How many film, very simple example, tell me one, you will be able to tell me one lyricist in Tamil cinema. You'll say Thamare.
Yeah.
That's it. Avladhaan, வேற யாரு? Because we are not encouraging our women to come up and be creative. So when there's no creative women in the making, there won't be any creative women on the result, on the production.
Exactly. That's the thing. So a movie is not just about what's on screen.
Yeah.
90% of it is what's behind it. So like you said, adula vandu more women, as long as they're not represented as, and the thing, women representation namba male eduthu okay women representation quota ku ivla per vaanga solla mudiyadhu. It has to come on a very very grassroots level, which is parents and families and people on that level encouraging women to pursue this kind of stuff.
Because நம்ம இங்க உட்கார்ந்து ஈஸியா மேல் chauvinist எடுக்கறாங்க, எதுக்கு ஆம்பளை இதே ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்றாங்க பெண்களுக்கு. But you see, we also have to talk about from the person who's writing it. உனக்கு வருதுதான் எழுதுவே, because your world is such in that you will only see, of course filmmakers has to have their responsibility, but if you're a male by default there will be some level of
the idea is, especially now, come back to movies like Sarkar and all that, or at least your mass movies, the reason why they don't write it is because they know whether I put in the effort to, because அந்த கதை எழுதும் போதே it's okay, விஜய் என்ன பண்றாரு இந்த படத்துல, அஜித் என்ன பண்றாரு இந்த படத்துல, ரஜினி என்ன பண்றாரு இந்த படத்துல, அப்படினா they start, right? Then they know that okay, I need to bring in a heroine for the sake of I need to have a heroine. அப்படின்ற போது they know whether they put in the effort to write for a heroine and have a proper story or not, then it's not going to make a difference in how much the movie makes. How well the movie is going to do. They know it's not going to make a difference, so they don't bother. Of course, a responsible thing for you to be like, no matter what character I put, female, male, I'm going to make sure as long as they are considered heroines, they have good stories. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு initiative எடுத்து எழுதுனா வரும். But at the moment there is no reason for it, because nobody is like, oh Darbarla Nayendra character இல்லையா, நான் படத்தை பார்க்க மாட்டேன்.
So my dear Singaporeans, if you want to see more women representation in films, please be that women representation behind the films. And I think that's the pretty much the logic that we're going to see.
I wouldn't say male directors and writers don't have to do anything about it. They should.
They have to. But I think one of the best ways to kind of one of the best ways to push that narrative forward is for more female representation in the making level of it, which will help that conversation.
Whether will they get the equal chances as your male directors and writers and producer or not, that is a whole other question. அது மேபி ஒரு நாளைக்கு வேற ஒரு பாட்காஸ்ட்ல பேசலாம்.
Next question.
Next
from Darshan_1408.
அம்மா,
if you were to direct a Malaysian Indian film, what would the story be like? இப்ப நான் அந்த கதை இங்க சொல்லணும்,
அதை எடுத்து அவர் எடுத்து
அப்ப நீ ஹீரோ ஆயிருவியே. இப்போ என்ன பண்ணுவேன், நம்ம
கதையை நம்ம அங்க சொல்லிட்டா அப்புறம் வேற கதைக்கு எங்க போகுது?
But to answer the question, what would the story be? Well, to begin with, that would be a story. நாங்க முதல்ல கதை எடுப்போம், அப்புறம் தான் படம் எடுப்போம்.
கதை எழுதாம நிறைய பேர் படம் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க.
அட்டாக் பண்ணவே நீங்க அடுத்த கேள்வி
ரைட். அப்ப அந்த ஒரு ஃப்ளோலயே if you guys have ஒரு क्वेश्चन தான சொன்னோம். இந்த क्वेश्चन அந்த மாதிரி ரிலேட்டடான क्वेश्चन இல்ல. If you guys have enough budget to direct a movie, would you guys do it? காசு இருந்தா போதுமா?
I get the question, but
I mean, of course, we have the interest
and the passion
to make a movie. That's one of our end goals. That's one of our biggest goals.
Yeah.
But just because budget is not the only thing holding us back.
Yeah.
It's one of the things.
Because let's face it, the cost of making a film has come down a lot
more.
Technically, we have the acumen basic to when we produce this kind of shows. We do have the kind of acumen that's enough to make a film.
Yeah.
So, like when I say a film, like a short film or whatever, you can make it. But there needs to be a lot of effort in writing and obviously producing, casting.
There's still so many in the table. We've done like some like short films or whatever we've attempted and அதெல்லாம் இருக்கும் பின்னால. பட் இந்த டேபிள போட்டு படத்தை பத்தி இப்படி பேசுறனால ஒரு படத்தினால we can analyzeனால ஒரு படம் எடுத்துற முடியும்னு இல்ல. We can talk about how good a writing of a movie is because there's already writing for you to talk about,
to refer to.
Yeah, but for you to do something from scratch is not the same thing.
Not necessary and doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
but to answer the question, we can, we will.
We hope we will. யாராச்சும் அப்படி ஏதாவது producers இருந்தா please இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்க்கு டிஎம் பண்ணுங்க ஜி.
கடைசில எங்களையோ கெஞ்ச வச்சிட்டீங்களாடா.
But yeah, of course we would love to do it, but we wouldn't do it just because we already have the money. We have to feel like okay, now we are ready to do this. You know, அப்படின்ற இது இருக்கணும். சோ அதுலயே கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரி ரேப் பண்ணிருமா அந்த எபிசோட?
ரேப் பண்ணிருங்க.
நம்ம கேள்விக்கு பதில் சொல்லிக்கிட்டு இருந்தா நாளைக்கு வரைக்கும் பதில் சொல்லுவோம்.
Thank you for all the questions that you guys have sent over. இது நிறைய இருக்கு வேற.
இந்த actually நிறைய questions இருக்கு. We couldn't answer it unfortunately everything in the episode. நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்? How about நம்ம இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல certain questions கன்சிடர் பண்ணலாம்.
கிராமத்துக்கு வாங்க அங்க மீட் பண்ணலாம்.
இந்த ஐடிஸ்லாம் இருக்குல என்னோட இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் ஐடி Tanesh
Spotifyல கேட்டிருந்தாங்களா?
TANESH 10
JOSHMAD அப்ப ஜிலேபி ஏ முனுக்கு போட்டுங்க.
எஸ், இந்த எங்களோட இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் பேஜுக்கு வந்துட்டு நாங்க சர்டன் क्वेश्चंस அங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணிருப்போம். அப்படியே ஒரு சும்மா அப்படியே ஃபாலோவும் பண்ணுங்க ஜி. சும்மா தானே இருக்கீங்க, ஃப்ரீயா தானே இருக்கீங்க,
சாப்பாடமா
ரைட். சோ அவ்வளவுதான். சோ thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of the What She's Telling podcast.
நம்ம முடிச்சிரோம்.
ஓ ஆமா, this is your host Tanesh,
and this is Soswa Michael,
and this is What She's Telling,
a Tamil cinema podcast.
Thank you.
What she's telling, I want more in the right. I want more.